little hull that started out its life being a tender for the yachties and the big boaties is now evolving a little bit. It's becoming a great tool for us fishers and crabbers, and I've got a bit of a gun crabber with me. Well, that's what he tells me anyway. And he's about to put this to practice and hopefully go and hunt up a few crabs for us. Mate, she's a lovely little boat, and you tell me that you get your crabs in some really sneaky little water, so what a perfect tool. If you do want to go crabbing in those spots where the bigger boats aren't going to get, have a look at one of these. Mate, I'm not going with you. You go get some and come back. We'll have the barbie going, all right? I'll see you in a bit. I'll give you a couple of hours. Is that enough time for you? Yep. This is the baby of the fleet, but she's by no means meek and mild. The little 3-metre Tuff Tender has been used a lot by yachties and big boaties as a nice little tender to put behind their boat, but now a lot of us fishers are starting to cotton on to what a great little fishing tool this hull is. It's got quite a different hull arrangement to what you'll see in some of the other standard Polycrafts in terms of it doesn't have those really significant reverse chines. They're built a lot more to be almost a bit like a pontoon boat. And what that's going to give you is still that smooth ride, stable ride, but also great flotation in a small boat. It's got plenty of freeboard so that you don't have to be too concerned about copping waves when you're out and about fishing or using it as a tender. What I'll do now is give you a quick little rundown on the layout of the internals of the 3-metre Tuff Tender. We'll take you to the power end of this beautiful little boat to start with. She's rated to 15 horsepower, don't have to use 15, but that's what the hull is rated to. You can support that with what is a standard transom plate, which comes with the boat to give you that support. Getting in and out of the boat is made so much easier with a treaded surface. Up then to our rod holders. Comes with standard 2 fitted rod holders. You can't fit them anywhere around the boat. You can put in as many as you want. You want to trawl 6 rods, you can probably do it on a boat like this. Moving forward then, we've got our 2 seated arrangements, which come with some options. I've got this so I can put storage underneath it. You don't have to go with that. You can put it with just the flush mount. In between those is a great place to store your fuel tank. You'll fit a 25-litre fuel tank in that, and it sits on top of your floor, which is a wishbone arrangement, and it's a great way for water to drain out of your boat. It's very well thought out, gives you that grip, and it also allows water to drain. All in all, it's a very efficient rear section of what is a great big little boat. I'll now take you through the front end of this boat, and for me being a fisher where I spend a lot of time, this is very important. But first, safety. If you lose your main source of power, we've got Rollocks that come standard with the boat, get the oars in practice and get you out of a tough spot. We've got handles, obviously there's 2 at the front, there's another 2 at the rear. They give you support when you're driving around the boat. They're also good for putting the boat up on trailers and on top of your car. To the very front of the boat, it comes equipped with an anchor well. Great spot for your anchors, your thongs, the water bottle, any other tackle you need to discard while you're out there. We've got a cleat and also a tow point right at the front. So you've got the necessary items that are there and they don't take up too much room. Now, the front of the boat I like to adapt. Now, this has been custom fitted with a casting deck. It does 2 things for me. It gives me a bit of a platform which I can stand up and fish from. It also allows me to put some stuff underneath it, so I've got plenty of storage space. And that's the nice thing about these Polycraft boats. They very often come with ribs, which allow you to put other support structures into your boat really easily. If you're worried about putting holes in these boats, they repair extremely easily, and the other thing is they're extremely tough. If you've got any doubts about how tough these things are, the boys have told me, get the sharp end of a hammer nudge and show them exactly how tough these things are. Do I say any more about the 3-metre Tuff Tender? Get out on the water with it, tender, fishing boat. You're not going to sink it, you're not going to break it, it's going to help you get into all those tight little spots, catch those fish you couldn't get to before. If you've got any doubts about the stability of the Polycraft boats, then check out this. 3 bullheads in the smallest of the range, the 3-metre Tuff Tender. Just going to prove that the materials and the hull shape of these boats make them the most stable thing on the water.